Hello there, just back from a walk with the doggies. It's absolutely wild outside. I went to work yesterday and it just rained all day and it was really windy and it was thick mud and my car is absolutely trashed inside now. So I'm going to have to try and find a day where I can clean it up. But today it's not the weather for it. It's just too windy, too rainy. So we went for a nice little walk in the woods and played frisbee. But the talk I'm going to do now is about insomnia. I have had this my whole life and I know other people have got it as well. And we all have it for different reasons. So the people who I know, mostly they don't sleep well because of pain, because they've got illnesses or disabilities. And then obviously when you've got a newborn baby and somebody to care for, that can stop you sleeping as well. But I don't consider that insomnia, that's sleep deprivation, because you could sleep at the drop of a hat if they let you sleep. But when you've got insomnia, you just don't sleep. Not what you'd call normally. Well, last night I got about 3 hours sleep, and the night before that I got about 4, and the night before that I got 1. And if you look at it over the period of about a month, I average at about 3.5 hours sleep a night. And it's really weird because some days I'm actually feel great, I feel fine. And I go to work every day regardless, even when I feel rubbish. And I do a physical job. It's like now my legs are hurting in my arms because all I've done this week is pick up dirt, wet dirt, which is obviously a lot heavier, and I'm picking up all the weeds that I've been digging up over the last couple of months and taking them off in the wheelbarrow or in my car in bags. So all I've been doing is bending and picking and lifting. So it's been really physical. Now I come home and I'm absolutely shattered. Then I'll just want a cup of tea and just chill out for a while. And then I'll have something to eat. And then what I was trying to do is some vlogs last night, but I need to get some proper lighting in here, and I kept getting disturbed as well. My phone kept going off, and I said this the other day about this. I gave my phone number to the wrong person, and she just can't stop phoning me, but she does it when she knows I'm working and stuff as well, which is very strange. But I didn't get anything done last night. But I like to achieve something every day, even if it's just a little thing. It doesn't matter, because the little things all build up into big things over time. So by the time it comes evening, I'm really, really sleepy, really tired. But I'll go to bed and I can lay there for hours, and I don't feel stressed on the outside usually. Sometimes I do, but what I've realised as well is that most, I've just seen some bags fly past the window, most, if not all of my stress is from other people, it's not mine. So I will stress about over somebody else's situation. If you tell me somebody in my family's going through something and I can't do what, I get stuck with it because I don't know how to help them, and so it plays in my mind, and so I can get stressed over other people, and that can stop me sleeping. But a lot of the time, if there's nothing going on and I still don't sleep, and it is a common problem, and if you go online and look at how to cure insomnia, there's so many different theories, and I've tried all of them, and anybody who's had it for a long time will have tried it all as well, because you get to that point where you think I've got nothing to lose. So you do all the supplements and the melatonin, serotonin, whatever it is, meditation, you do the sleep hygiene where you go to bed at the same time every night and you get up at the same time every single day. And if you go to bed and find you're not asleep within 20 minutes, you get up and walk about, and then you go back when you're tired, and it goes on. I've tried all of them and everything is just so hit and miss, and it can appear that one thing can be working for a couple of nights and then it just don't work again, so then you've got to keep trying something else. But the thing that used to make it worse for me is reading all the reports about insomnia, and it's always doom and gloom. If you don't get 7 to 8 hours sleep a night, you're going to cut years off your life. You're going to impact your immune system, you're going to become ill, you're going to get depressed and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, and I used to believe it. But now I've got to that point in my life where I believe what I've experienced for myself. I've got to 55 years old. I've always done physical work. I've never done an office-based job really. And I'm still alive. And I know other people my age who are not as fit as me. And I don't go jogging and running and things like that. But I've got a physical job and 2 dogs. So I take dog walks and physical work. And I'm still here. And I would say that I'm quite healthy. I'm not on any medication for anything at all. The only thing that I take is paracetamol if I need it. That's all. So I don't have anything else, so I'm really lucky. But I still don't sleep. And I know mine, a lot of it is subconscious, because I have no idea why this happens. And one of the parts of it for me is it's actually quite funny. If you give me a 2-month notice of a upcoming event, so say a wedding or a birthday party or something like that, on the lead up to it I'll stop sleeping, and there's no reason why. And it can be an exciting event or one that I don't really have much emotion about, or it could be something that's stressful like the funeral that comes up and stuff, but I won't sleep. And it's not even logical. And I remember the first time this happening is when I was little, and my mum and dad made a big thing about Christmas when we were young, and it had been about the first week of December everyone started talking about Santa's coming soon. And so that build up, it got me all excited. And it got to a point where the 2-3 weeks before Christmas I wouldn't even sleep at night. I'd just lay there wired with my head just buzzing and feeling exhausted, but I couldn't sleep. And it was because of the excitement. And it's something that stayed with me all my life. I know people who say very similar things as well. But if you've ever come across anything that literally works and it blew your mind because it worked, then please let the rest of us know, because I have never in my life slept like a baby unless I was on something. So many years ago I was on antidepressants, and I'm going to do a vlog just on that, but anyway, I was on them and I remember I could sleep on them. In fact, I'd say that I overslept with them, because they make the serotonin and melatonin or whatever it is you need to sleep, and I slept a lot taking them. But when I came off them I lost the ability to sleep, so I'll do a vlog about that. But that's the only time I remember sleeping, and I remember sleeping quite well when I was a teenager because I had a growth spurt. And I do sleep generally when I'm not well. If I caught the flu or something like that, I usually do sleep quite a lot with that, because my body will heal itself. So one thing that I have tried to do over the years is tell myself that whatever it says in the book doesn't necessarily mean anything, because we are all individual and it's not a one size fits all. And to say that you're going to die because of it, or you can't live a normal life, I don't agree. I just don't, because I have seen for myself that I can still go to work with it even though I feel rubbish. And I'd like to know from you, if you've got chronic insomnia, do you go even faster? Because you get a nervous energy, and they say it's the adrenaline, and the cortisol levels are all out. But when I'm working, I'm doing a physical job at 55 years old as a woman, and I can work faster and do just as good a job as a 20-year-old male. And that is the truth. I work at the same speed or more, in fact more than the young people. And I think a lot of it's adrenaline. It's like having ADHD or something. And I've noticed as well when I'm walking, if I'm not tired, I will walk at what I would call a normal pace. But if I'm tired or exhausted, I will be virtually running. So, does that happen to you as well? I just find it quite, I don't know, it's quite funny because it's the opposite of what you think it should happen. You'd think I'd be in a wheelchair, like she can't even walk at all because she's so exhausted. And yet I am so pumped up and wired. It's like last night I hardly slept 3 hours, if that I got. And then I've just been for a dog walk and I'm sat here and I can feel myself wanting to do something again. So I don't know if it's a chemical thing in the brain or a mental thing, which is a subconscious unknowing of why this happens. I don't know why, but we are all built different. And I know that some people, when they get it, and I've had this bad in the past, where you get it so bad you just can't move and you just want to stay in bed all day or lay on the settee. So it affects you different ways at different times. But if anybody does know anything that does work, that even if it seems bizarre, then let us know and we'll all have a try with it. And then if you have got it and somebody gives some advice and it works for you, then come back and let us know on this video, and then we can help each other, because it is a disability. But I can't afford to phone in sick every time I don't sleep, because I'd never work, and then I'd have to go on benefits, and you don't get special treatment for being an insomniac. And even if you did, to me that'd just perpetuate it, because if I got paid to be at home with insomnia, then what would I do with my life? Would I just end up giving in and just staying static all day, do you know? So I need to be moving about. So let me know what you think. I don't know if you've been able to hear this because of the rain on the roof, but I will see you in the next video.